Hello, and thank you for joining us on our webinar today. My name is Ben Dorothy, and I'm the host for the webinar. I'm joined by Marina and Irina, who will be presenting to you today on how to report on HubSpot data in Power BI. And the agenda today, so I'll start off by giving you a bit of an overview of who we are and what we do. And Irina and Marina will take you through the common challenges that enterprises, organizations face, and conduct a short demo on loading HubSpot data into Power BI via Snowflake, using the transformation of Matillion in building the ETLs to enable that. We'll have time at the end of this session for a Q&A. However, if you do have any questions as we progress through the presentation, please do use the Q&A feature or send a message into the chat, and we can address those as we go as well. So without further ado, we'll move into the presentation. So we are Analytium, and we're speaking to you today through our brand of My Data Force. So Analytium is a UK-based analytics consultancy. We are founded in 2016 in the UK, and we operate across the UK and Europe. We have a single focus on data intelligence and support clients through the full end-to-end process of data and analytics and managing and delivering platforms to enable that capability. Our key industries that we operate in are insurance and banking, and we also work with small, medium-sized businesses. We are, in terms of our business model, as shown there, we're mainly a consultancy of experts across the full spectrum of capabilities in data and analytics. And we also have our own product offerings as well. We're primarily working at this time in the UK and Belgium and Sweden markets. As you can see, we also partner with different technologies as well. So that we're accredited partners of Matillion and SaaS. We're a SaaS reseller and also a Microsoft partner. So regarding our services and offerings, as mentioned, we do work with clients across the full spectrum of data and analytics, from working with organizations to understand and define their strategies and put in place the frameworks to help realize those strategies. We do that also by offering solutions to deliver on those strategies, so we can both build and execute delivery of solutions to support business objectives, and also we can provide support of those solutions as well, so support of the solutions and also the platforms and software that are used to deliver them. And we work with, as mentioned, various technologies and platforms to enable that as well. And to just cover some of our partners and customers, so as mentioned, we partner with SaaS, Microsoft, Matillion, and AWS. We also have regional partners, one of which is LACO. So these are partners that we work with across the regions to deliver for various clients. And there's a selection of our customers there as well, who we've supported in both analytics projects and platform modernization as well. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Irina.
Thanks, Ben. So hello everyone, I'm very glad to see you all today at our webinar. So my name is Arina and I'm a junior SaaS consultant at Analytium. And today my main goal is to give you some insights how to use data-driven technologies in order for your company and for you to gain in the industry. So I hope you agree with that today companies have an access to massive amount of data, and it's not a big secret that big data holds a big potential. However, the process of extracting data from multiple sources, holding and then loading this data into data warehouse, and then transforming of this data can be complex and sometimes costly. So nowadays, enterprises face several challenges. For example, growing data volumes, access to raw granular data, data integration from multiple sources, complex environment, barriers to share and collaborate across departments, or simply miscommunicational problems, and growing skills gap for data professionals. However, by employing the right tool to prepare data for analytics, these challenges can be solved. So today, during our webinar, we are going to present with Marina Matillion ETL, and we would like to give you some insights and the benefits of this platform. So what exactly ETL Matillion is? So it is a modern browser-based user interface with powerful ETL in ALT functionality, built specially for cloud database platforms. So it integrates with major data warehouses providers such as Snowflake, that we will further provide you as an example, Amazon Redshift, Google BigQuery, Microsoft Azure Synapse, and Delta Lake on Databricks. So the advantages of Matillion ETL. So it has an extensive list of pre-built connectors and can extract data from a variety of data sources. Also, it enables to build sophisticated data pipelines with low code or even no code graphical user interface and load this data into a data platform. Also, it rapidly transforms raw data into analytics ready one, and you can make this data more consumable for advanced analytics or even data science. So it also allows you to automate ETL steps to free up valuable sources and time. And last but not the least, it helps you to get easy and fast access for all of the users. So today, during our demo version, we're going to present how we're extracting load data from Hubspot, which is a CRM system about marketing and sales, into the Snowflake data warehouse using Matillion ETL. And then we will present some visuals and where you can get some insights in Power BI. It may sound like a very long route, but we claim that it's very easy and even fast. So now I give the floor to my colleague, Marina.
Hello everybody, my name is Marina and I'm a junior consultant at Analytium. Now I am going to show you the first part of our demo, where I show you how to download data from Hubspot into our Snowflake database, data warehouse. So first of all, I should mention that for sending data securely between a web server and web browser, we need to switch to HTTPS protocol. Please be aware of this feature. So let's start. First of all, we need to create a project. Please go to Project, switch Project, Create Project, and fill out project details, project group. Let's call it demo. Name. We don't need to include samples. Now we configure our environment. We'll call it demo. We've done it in advance before our webinar. After that, we need to configure our Snowflake connection. Here, we just copy our account name, username, password, and next. we choose the appropriate data warehouse. Check the connection. Successful. Perfect. There are two kinds of jobs in Matillion. One for transformation purposes and the other for extracting and loading purposes. We would like to pull out data from Hubspot CRM platform. So first of all, we create orchestration job and we call it Hubspot. We are going to pull data from contacts table, deals table, and companies table. So navigate to components and find here Hubspot query component. Drag and drop it into our canvas and fill out all the properties for this component. We'll call it Hubspot contacts. This is the first table that we are going to download. Authentication. To configure our authentication, we will need client ID and client secret. For that purpose, please navigate to the Hubspot developer site. You will need to create an application there. And in the All Settings section, you will get client ID and client secret. In redirect URL section, you should paste this callback URL. We've done that in advance, so just choose Hubspot Path and go further. Move on to data source. Choose here. Data. We don't need all the data, but we'll choose only name, city, yes, company name, so the limit is 100 rows. We have more than 100 rows, so we'll change this limit. And target table. This is the name of our table where all our data will be stored in Snowflake. So let's choose Hubspot. Okay. And which is the border of the component is green. That means that all the properties are valid. We need to repeat all the steps for two more tables. So go to components and choose start component. And configure, fill out all these properties. We'll call this one as deals. This is the second table we are going to download. Choose authentication, Hubspot Path, data source, deals. We are going to download such columns as deal name, deal state, amount, create date, and close date. And finally, target table. We are going to store this table to download into Hubspot deals. Perfect. And finally, we are going to repeat all the steps for companies table. So go to components, find start component, drag and drop it into our canvas, find Hubspot query component, drag and drop it into our canvas, and fill out all the properties. The same, we'll call it companies. Hubspot path, data source companies. And finally data. We will need industry and company name. And we are going to save this into table Hubspot company. Fine. Now I'm going to show you how to transform data. For example, for some purposes, you will need we will need to add some regions for our contacts. So go to default, right click and add transformation job. We'll call this add regions. First of all, we choose our table, go to component and table input. We'll use contacts as our input. Table Hubspot contacts. Column names, which is all these columns. Perfect. And now we need to create a table where we'll store all the countries and all the corresponding regions. So go to components and choose flow component. We'll call it regions. We are going to add such columns as region and country. Will be of type varchar. Okay. We created this table in Excel, namely, to be honest, we find it in internet and just copy this. So this data and go to Matillion. Values. Go to text mode and click this data here. And you will see that our table has been created, regions and corresponding countries. Fine. And now we need to join these two tables using our country. So go to components and find join component. Connect to it our tables and fill out the properties. So our main table will be Hubspot contacts. Main table alias will call C. Joins, we are going to join to regions. Join alias R. Type of our join will be inner join. And we are going to connect these two tables using country. So country from contacts table equal to country from regions table. And finally, we just choose the columns that will be loaded into our Snowflake data warehouse. We add all the columns, but we see that two columns country presents in this table, so we just remove one of them, press minus, that's it. And finally, we write this data into our new table. We need to create this table. So choose rewrite table component. Fill out the properties, we'll call it Hubspot contact regions. The table will be Hubspot contact regions. Okay, that's it. So just to see that our join was successful, we can sample our data. And we see that column region presents in our table. So now we go to our orchestration job Hubspot and just drop this transformation job to our orchestration job, and we can run all these jobs in one click. Just right click, run job, and we see at our task tab the result of our job, of our run. It will take several seconds. Just a moment. Takes more than several seconds. Usually it's much faster. And we see that our run is successful. There were some connection problems. So the details of our run we can find here. Just press the arrow. And we see that all our data has been downloaded into our Snowflake data warehouse. And these data are ready for our analytics. So now I give a word to my colleague Arina, and she will show you how to connect to Snowflake and how to visualize this data.
Thanks, Marina. 1 second. Now you can see my screen, yeah? Good. So we have already uploaded the data to our Snowflake, and right now we need somehow to make the visuals. So in Power BI, there are tons of connectors, and one of them is Snowflake as well. So we just click data, get data, then we should go to the database section and try to find the Snowflake. Then we push the connect button. We have already identified our credentials, so we just need to go to this Snowflake, and here we need to find out the server name, just copy paste it, then go to Power BI, then we need to identify the warehouse. Then it takes some seconds to be connected. And now we finally see our data warehouse, and we need to choose the correct folder and then choose those tables that we have already transformed. This is HubSpot companies, HubSpot contacts, contacts in region, and deals. So let's make sure that everything is everything runs smoothly. And as you can see, everything that we have done in Matillion is now presented here in Power BI. So we need to click load because some transformation has been already done. But we made some prep work, so we don't need to wait for the loading. 1 second. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do the visuals. So for today's webinar, we would like to present some simple but very insightful ones. The first one will be the total value of deals. So we basically go to the HubSpot deals and choose the x-axis as the deal name and y-axis as amount. So here's the total value of deals, and we would like to filter it somehow using the slicers. So for slicer, we're going to use the deals stage. So now you can see how many deals are closed and won, how many deals are closed and lost, or we can simply select them all. The second insightful visual is going to be company segmentation by industry. So we basically go to HubSpot company and choose the industry as y-axis and then company name as x-axis, and we already have some prep work, so all of the visuals are designed in regarding with the company's guideline. Also, we would like to present within our webinar some more data-driven visuals. For example, this is clients by region, where you can see the top customers from different regions like Europe, North America, and so on. Then their current status of clients, so who is active, who is inactive, and the percentages. And then the most interesting part, which is lagging behind actually in HubSpot, but is very useful and easy in Power BI, which is the map visualization. We simply just drag the city into the location button, and here it is. So in order to make this report very accessible among all of the teams, we need to share it somehow to Power BI server, which is like a data warehouse for reports. So we click publish. Going to save the changes. Then it takes some time. So we also created the workspace of HubSpot. So we need to select, and it should be published there just within some seconds. And also it's mobile friendly, so anyone can get to this report with any device. So let's find out if it's uploaded. So we'll reload the Power BI server, and now you see it's here. So it has already been downloaded to server, and everything is working, even the map. So with the usage of the server, you can easily get access the data, and you see the route from a HubSpot to Power BI just take 20 minutes, but how much insights you can get from that. So I hope it was very interesting and interactive as well. Now we will go to the Q&A session if you have them. Anyway, do not hesitate to contact us via email or simply by phone. We are very quick in response, and thanks for your attention.
Thank you, Irina. And Marina, I can't see any questions in the Q&A just yet. Okay, so thank you everybody for joining today. If you do have any questions, we'll stay on the call for another few minutes. Otherwise, please do reach out to us if you have any, if you do think of anything, and we will get back to you promptly. Thank you, everybody.